Hello, this is going to be a however many part series of how to make a simple dubstep song. I'm Dom, IMAHOBO tutorials here, and I did make how to make a simple dubstep song before, but this one this is gonna be a little bit more in depth, and hopefully you'll learn a lot from this. This is typically how I make my own song, but way dumbed down. Okay, so starting off, this is Fruity Loops Studio. Okay? If you don't have this thing right here, this big box, click View Playlist or F5 and this will pop up. Okay? And if you don't have the step sequencer, I believe that's what it's called. Yes. You can hit F6 or click it. Okay? You'll start off with kick, clap, hat, and snare. Okay? Now before I start this, you're going to need, I'm going to say 2 plugins that are key, okay? Before I get you guys' hopes up. You're going to need Massive by Native Instruments, which is this, okay? You can get it for free, if you know what I mean. If not, good Lord God. Okay, this is Massive. This is going to be used for your wobble. Also, we're going to be using V-Station. This, you don't have to use it. You can also use Citrus. Citrus has a lot of good synths in it, but this has pretty good presets since you don't have to buy this one either. I'm not going to use that synth, but that's good. Okay, and the last thing you'll need, preferably, is where is it? Citrus. Citrus does a Subbass. So if you open up Citrus, go to presets. Oh, by the way, to add in these things, you just go to channel, add one, and pick it. Alright, anyway, Citrus comes with Fruity Loops, so you actually don't have to buy this one or get it for free. It just comes with it. So you click this drop down arrow, you go to presets and hit Subbass. Okay? Now, with Fruity Loops 10, they do have good preset drums. I actually did use them in a song because I really like them. But anyone who uses Fruity Loops Studio will know that you just use the preset drums and it makes you look kind of pathetic. So, there is a website I'll put in the description. It's called drumsamples.org, and basically you can download 1,000 drum samples for free, and that's it. You just click the little link on the site, and that's it. Okay. But for this sake, we're just going to use these preset sounds, taking in the fact that you may not have these drum sounds. Okay? So, typically when I start out with a song, how much time are we at here? 3 minutes, good. Typically when I start out a song, I start with a melody. So let's do a melody. You make a melody by right-clicking on your synth, which is this one right here, and hitting piano roll. Okay? Within here is a piano. You can go by the letter notes or the keys. You just click up here where it says ABC. I like this one better because I'm more familiar with a piano. But we're just gonna make a melody. Also, you want to bump this tempo up to 140 BPMs. Okay? So that's our melody. Basically, to place these notes, you just click and drag it. These numbers up here, that tell you what beat it is. And there's 4 beats in a measure, or a bar, whatever it is. I don't remember. I'm sorry. Don't correct me in the comments. So we're just doing the 4 here. So that's our melody. You can X out of that. Okay? Now in our playlist here, basically, what the hell? This is weird. Oh, my apologies. That's why. Okay. Basically, whatever you put in this, the player will play in order. In order to play this thing, you just hit song right here, and it'll turn green, and you play it. And it'll play whatever's in this in order. So to start off, we're going to put our melody here on track 1. It doesn't matter what track you put them in, it's just a way of organizing it. Okay? So we're going to place this in here. We'll place it in like twice. I don't want, typically, like, you're just going to make your melody run out until, like, I don't know, like bar 33 is probably where you want to drop it, but we're just, to save some time, we're just going to pretend this right here is bar 33. Okay? So with your melody, you're going to need drums. And if you don't have this thing here with the patterns on it, you go to options, file, not file, well, you can go to file settings, general, and turn on enable legacy pattern blocks. Okay? So this is how I cycle through my patterns. I used to use this block thing. You can use it if you want. You don't have to. Anyways, so go to your pattern 2. If you don't want to use this, you can hit here and hit find first empty, and it'll take you to the second pattern. And in this little box right here, click and drag it till it says 16. That means it's going to last for 2 bars. So typically with a dubstep song, it goes kick, snare, kick, snare, kick, snare, kick, snare. And notice that it's on every gray block in here, okay? So if I were to play this back, okay? Now with your hi-hat, you're going to right click and hit fill each 2 steps. You don't have to do that, but it's just to have a hi-hat beat. Also, what I like to do is to clone, right click on the snare and clone it twice so it's more accented, and you just place it in the same spots as the original and it'll become louder. Okay, so now do whatever you want with this. Usually what I do is I right click on the pattern here and clone it, and I change the beat up a little bit. I do that about 3 more times, so I have 4 different beats. Okay, so, but for this sake, we'll just keep 1 beat. So now it's going to sound like this. Okay, now real quick, I'm going to do the sub bass, and then I'll move on to part 2. So make another pattern, find first empty, you don't have to name it, and basically with the sub bass you kind of copy the melody. Depends how many notes are in the melody. You just want to oh wow, I just completely skipped that. You just want to pick out the core notes. Go back to pattern 1, and you can do that by going to this. Go to the piano roll of the synth, hit Control A, Control C. That'll control all, it'll select all and then copy all, and then go back to your sub bass pattern, go to the piano roll of the sub bass and paste that in here. So now you'll have a sub bass. I can probably turn this up. Okay, so you paste that in and you have a melody. Okay, move on to part 2 to continue.